We are going to actually go over some of these now. So I want you to look at the Cornell format. How many of you have used, let's look at the Cornell format. Open your book. This first page where it gives you an example. How many of you have used the Cornell format? It's pretty much a universal format of note-taking. But if you do it effectively, it's really, really great. And if you do it consistently with your kids. Now, they do tell us, research tells us that, you know, note-taking can be done different ways for different things. Maybe you're note-taking for a review on a test. Maybe you're note-taking to introduce new material. This is really good. Cornell method is really good for introducing new material, too. Yeah, the summary is just something, if you could have them do a couple sentences at the bottom. But this is a great way to help kids take notes and understand, you know, content a little easier. You'll see, if you move back into the booklet here, there's the 2-column notes. In here, and if you'll notice that they put 1, 2, and 3, they're called power notes. 1, 2, and 3, 1 is the most important, and 2 and 3 are, you know, in order of importance or priority on this 2-column notes here, where they put 1s, 2s, and 3s. I'm sorry, I'm on this page here. I should have numbered them. Just 3s. Another example of 2-column notes. This one here. Again, this is mostly used for if you're using vocabulary. This is a good way to review, too. And this is another graphic organizer, and I can send any of these to you. I mean, if you want to copy them and print them and just have them use these. But this is a good way of sharing with them. Over here is the main idea, just a different format, like you said, for summarizing, but just a different way to present it to the kids. And the main idea would go here in your topic, and then there's an example of a secondary example there for you. Sum it up. Oh, pre-reading. How many of you use pre-reading notes? Maybe you use, I don't know if you've ever used the anticipation guides, but I have samples of that to share with you too as well. But it's kind of neat because you ask them, you know, you give them some statements. But it's a series of statements that you use that before you start reading something, and you make the statements up, about 8 to 10 they say, and then you say agree or disagree. They agree or disagree in the first column before writing or before reading. And then after reading, you go back and see if you still agree or disagree. So it's interesting. And then you talk about, you know, before pre-reading, you talk about the students that agree, why do you agree, and those who disagree. But this is another way of pre-reading notes. Before you start, you know, a chapter or something in, you know, one of your stories, or if you're reading a newspaper article or anything that may have maybe questions at the back of your, you know, your chapter, you should always do, you know, have them write down the chapter or the title, article, read the subtitles, have them scan, look at the subtitles, have them look at the questions at the end. Always look at the questions at the end so they know what they're looking for in the material that you're giving them. And over here it says read the first sentence of each paragraph in the reading section. That's a really good one, reading the first sentence of every paragraph. So there's some good ideas for you there if you want to try the pre-reading notes when we meet next time. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory there. I know I'm running out of time. The Sum It Up is a fun one. And I have used Sum It Up. But you'll look at the last page here. You give them a Sum It Up sheet, and you read the entire section, article, whatever you're reading. And you write a summary on the back here. You have them write a summary. And then at the bottom, you say you have $2 and every word is 10 cents. And you have them make 20 words they have to use to summarize it. So it's just kind of like a fun, motivational way. You could even offer them $50 probably, maybe better, and say each one is $1, or I'm sorry, not $1, $20, and each one is $1, each word. But have them come up and summarize at the very bottom, 20 words. So they're writing the main idea, they're writing the supporting details, and then down here, they're actually summarizing it. But it's just a motivational technique to get them to do that. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and I really look forward to working with you on this stuff. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.